Perfect. Turrets need electricity? Yes, they do. They need electricity, and it doesn't matter how big your power source is, how massive your battery is, you can have it connected to absolutely nothing, and it will still drain your battery. Why? You are so frustrated, you want to pick up that battery and you want to put it through a fucking wall.
I will put you through that fucking wall!
We're outside, genius! There is no wall!
Then I will build one and I will fucking put you through it!
Rust electricity doesn't work like the real world. The real world typically works like this. You have solar panels on your roof. Those solar panels send electricity not to a battery but to some kind of a smart inverter. The smart inverter then diverts that electricity to a battery, filling it up during the daytime. Once that battery is full, the inverter stops, and when an appliance now needs electricity, it takes electricity straight from your solar panel through your inverter to your appliance that needs it. The sun eventually goes down and then the battery takes over, sending electricity through your inverter to your appliance, powering your home at night. And now I'm going to show you how to do this in Rust. To do this, we only need a few components. We need a splitter, a blocker, a branch, and an OR switch. I'm using solar panels to power this contraption because wind turbines are far too easy to hit from a distance.
I can do all of this, but at the same time, there's always a different fucking tutorial and a different one. And apparently, this one's from 5 months ago, so I want to see what he's got.
And they're way too expensive. I'm using 12 solar panels, and I'm going to connect them using root combiners. Wire everything together. And when you are done, you are left with a spicy 240 output of electricity. Enough electricity to make Elon Musk get a semi. I'm going to place down an LCD and show pass-through. This way you can get a better understanding of how the electricity is flowing through the circuit. You'll see 239 going into the splitter and not 240. This is because the LCD screen uses one electricity. Every electrical component in Rust uses electricity. Now the splitter is just that, it is a splitter. About 240 electricity is coming into the circuit. If I use only 2 of these 3 outputs and I connect them to a device, you will see that it uses about 120, so it divides it in 2. If I use the third output and add it to a third electrical device, you will see that they're now using about 80 each. That is something that we can't use. So we need to disconnect the third item and make sure that our third channel is definitely not used for anything else. Now let's start the wiring. On channel 2, I'm going to send a wire straight to the branch. On the left hand side of the branch out unit, I'm going to set it to 94. I'll explain this later why, but just remember it's quite important. The other side of the branch I'm going to wire to the block pass-through on the blocker. And then this side's going to go to a battery. Place down a large battery and connect that branch outside to the input side of the large battery. That branch is sending 94 worth of electricity into this battery, effectively charging it. From the output side of the large battery, we are going to wire it to the input side of the blocker, and then from the output side of the blocker, we are going to wire it to the input B side of the OR switch, or as I like to call it, the input battery side. Finally, we send a wire from channel 1 on the splitter, and we send it directly to the input A side of the OR switch, or as I like to call that one, the input solar. Immediately you will see input A light up, and that is because the sun is out, and of course sun is running on A. And that's pretty much it. Your entire electricity circuit, your unlimited circuit, is now complete. But how does it work? Now I know you guys are a bunch of graphics whores, so I'm going to add some being used electricity. Not little guy will is still in a the input current to that branch is lowering. That means that the right hand side of the branch will be the first number to deplete, and once that depletes to 0, it will stop the blocking effect on the blocker. That will then allow the output side of the battery to send that 100 that was getting blocked to the input B side of the OR switch.
Slow motion replay.
Now, regardless of what number of electricity comes into the input side of the branch, we've set the branch out to 94. It will not change. So the right hand side of that branch will be the first to deplete. Once that reaches a full 0, the blocker then deactivates. Then you will see that the B side of the OR switch immediately activates. This is because the blocker is no longer blocking, so that 100 coming out of the battery will now flow to the B side, and the OR switch automatically takes the highest current that's coming into it and it uses that one instead. The battery, of course, is now stronger than the sun, so it has now switched over to the battery, meaning we are fully running on battery power. The solar input A is still functional at this point, however, as the sun starts getting less and less, the switch will eventually click off, meaning you're going to be 100% on battery.
Tomorrow.
Now, there's no denying that I'm an absolute lazy cunt, so instead of forming a sunrise scene, what I've done is I've taken the previous sunset scene and I've literally flipped it reverse. And as you can see, the sun is fake rising, and with it, the battery is still activated. The battery B circuit you can see is green. The A circuit is also green now, however, it is not in use because it is not strong enough, because we haven't yet achieved that branch of 94. However, once we do get close, you will see that the electricity from the
Enough of that. Just wait for this game to load. I might have to turn the light on here. It's pretty dark. I'm gonna turn the light on here, I think. I wonder if there's a queue. 17 players. Okay, I'll be back. There's 3 viewers here. I'm just currently waiting in queue. Got myself a brew. Yeah. I'll start my stream.